On January 31st, 2013, Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old traveler from Vancouver, arrived at the Cecil Hotel, newly marketed as Stay on Main, deep in Los Angeles' Skid Row district. She stepped off the train and walked into one of LA's most troubled neighborhoods, boarded tents, sleeping people on cardboard, a warning sign in every shadow. Yet for Elisa, this was just another stop in her solo West Coast journey. Later that day, the last known images of her emerge. Grainy security footage in a dim elevator shows Elisa pressing every button, peering into the hallway, stepping on and off the elevator, gesturing, frantic, disoriented, as though evading someone or something unseen. The doors stubbornly refuse to close. 4 minutes later, Lisa disappears down the corridor, and the door is shut on her alone. Weeks of silence followed. Her room sat untouched, ID, laptop, medication, all left behind. Her parents reported her missing on February 8th. Investigators searched hotel rooms, stairwells, and fire escapes with scent dogs. Nothing. Her trail ended abruptly. Meanwhile, curious complaints surfaced. Hotel guests began finding low water pressure, discolored water, an odd taste in their taps. Maintenance staff suspected a plumbing issue, but what they discovered was far darker. On February 19th, a maintenance worker climbed onto the restricted roof to inspect the water tanks. Hotel staff alone had access via an alarmed door, yet today someone had bypassed safety. Inside one tank, he saw a face-up body floating, bare, bloated, the clothes she wore in the elevator floating nearby. It was Elisa Lam. The autopsy revealed no signs of trauma, no defensive wounds, no drugs beyond prescriptions and ibuprofen, and a trace of alcohol. Toxicology suggested she hadn't been taking her medication, a pattern tied to her diagnosed bipolar disorder. Her death was officially ruled accidental drowning, with mental health as a significant factor. But too many questions remained unanswered. How had she reached the roof without tripping the alarm? How did she climb into the 10-foot tank, lift a heavy hatch, undress, and drown unknowingly? Critics noted that climbing the tank and entering alone would leave traces, fingerprints, DNA, but investigators found none. Yet they concluded she climbed in herself. Since then, Elisa Lam's image haunts the internet. Horror movies, podcasts, and online sleuths cite supernatural circumstances, conspiracy theories, possession, and more. The Cecil Hotel, synonymous with serial killers, suicides, and tragedies, only magnifies the fear. Yet the official conclusion remains: a tragic accident fueled by mental illness. Still, something about her elevator behavior, the locked doors, the logic of it all, doesn't sit right. Elisa Lam vanished inside a hotel with decades of darkness. She was found naked and alone in a tank of water she could not escape. We know what happened, but the why remains as elusive as the shadows in that elevator. Her case closed officially, but her story stays open in the quiet corners of our nightmares, where the unexplained doesn't end, it lingers.